Hello, so in today's video I'm going to be unboxing what is inside the December edition of the Abominable book club. This is a monthly book subscription service where they do horror books, and you get like normally one indie author book, one like mainstream, and then you get a like second-hand book. You could also get magazines, and then you get drinks, goodies and other stuff inside the box. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open up and see what we have this month. I always love what we get inside these boxes. I'm currently reading the books from last month's box as well as some Christmas stuff. But yeah, looking forward to see what we get today. So this is what the box looks like when you first open it up. I'll go for the drinks first, I think, today. So yes, we get a little drinks pouch here, and you get a little selection. And oh, we've got some of the off black teas back. We haven't had them in a while. So yeah, we have off black Just Desserts mint chocolate. I've had this one from this box before, and I really like this one. And I also like that it has the caffeine level on the back. So yeah, I really like that. We then have a winter warmer. Oh, I can smell this one outside of the packet. It's really, really strong. It smells, yeah, really like warming and like cinnamon maybe. What does it say on the back? So it says on the back here, so it's trying to focus on my face, it has ginger, rooibos, orange and star anise. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I like ginger teas, so I think I'm going to like this one, and I love orange flavour stuff as well, so I've never tried that flavour before. I like pucker teas as well. We then have the Jogo coffee bag. My husband really likes these. We then have a Nescafe cappuccino, which I also enjoy them. And then we get a hot chocolate. So we get a nice mixture of stuff there. And then on top here we just have the second-hand book, which is a chunky one this month. Yeah, I will get to that at the end. I like to open that as the last surprise. Oh, and I can see our treat is gingerbread chocolate. Like I said, I love ginger stuff. So this is a limited edition by Knorr chocolate. It's gingerbread chocolate, milk chocolate with biscuit, caramel pieces and ginger flavouring. So that sounds lovely. Palm oil free, handcrafted, with the lovely gingerbread packaging. Yeah, I can just like smell a little bit of ginger in there, so happy about that. I can then see the first book on top, which I will pull out. Oh, and it's Nails and Eyes. I've not seen this one before. It's got some like contact lenses on the front. So Nails and Eyes by, I'm going to completely butcher this name, Kawai Fujino. I'm terrible with names, I apologise. I will just show it there. But yeah, this is an interesting looking book. So it's by a foreign author, and it's been translated. So it says here, a young girl loses her mother and her father, blindly invites his secret lover into the family home to care for her. As she obsessively tries to create a pristine life, this new interloper remains indifferent to the girl. He seems to record her every move, and she realizes only too late all that she has failed to see. Says it builds a conclusion of disturbing power, paired by two additional stories of unsettling minds and creepy tension. So this is Japanese literature. It was original piece of work in Japan and it's been translated, and it sounds really, really interesting. I really like Japanese authors. It seems like every book I've ever read from a Japanese author I really enjoyed, specifically the horror genre. I don't know why, I really like their writing style, and this sounds like it's going to be really interesting. So a young girl, she loses her mum, and then her father brings his lover into the home to be like, I guess, a kind of stepmom or replacement for her mum, and she's a bit creepy. So yeah, that sounds interesting. I'm intrigued by this. Like I said, I enjoy it's got lots of other books by this author as well. I'm intrigued by this. It's quite a short little book, so I'm very intrigued. If it's written anything like kind of like The Vegetarian, where it's like, or even like a how can I describe? I'm trying to think how I can best describe. I'm like jumping back and forth in my mind, like the kind of writing I like. I find like if you like Shirley Jackson, if you like Shirley Jackson's writing, where it's kind of just, when you read it, nothing major happens. There's no like there's no like horror monsters or nothing gruesome happens. It's more of like an unsettling feeling, like a creepy, unsettling feeling around everyday normal circumstances. I really, really like books like that, and that's what I seem to get from a lot of Japanese horror authors, is that kind of a feeling. So I'm hoping that's what I'm going to get from this one. I'll definitely be reading this soon and reviewing on my channel, because yeah, I'm intrigued by that one. It sounds good. I have high hopes. The next book I can see here is Desert Creatures, which looks very intriguing. We have a cactus here, cactus coming out of a skull. By Kay Chronister. Again, I probably said that wrong. But this is what it looks like, and it says, an unknown devastation has swept across the United States. A sickness caused the dead to flower and sprout fruit. Promise of a miracle draws pilgrimage all over the holy city of Las Vegas. Magdala and her father flee their home in the desert, setting across the wasteland in search of a cure for her disability. As they pass through blasted cities and ruined towns, they are forced to join a group of survivors making their own pilgrimage. By the road of Las Vegas is filled with danger, strange cults occurring, the wreckage of the towns, uncanny stuffed men roaming the desert, and a strange sickness begins to take hold. A band of survivors grows thinner. The months turn to years. Magdala finds herself placing her trust in the most unlikely places. The closer she gets to her holy destination, the further from salvation she seems. It says it's beautiful, disturbing. So yeah, this sounds like it's going to be really interesting. So there's a disease going around and people are sprouting fruits and like plants and stuff. I'm guessing from their dead bodies, or would that be whilst they're still alive? That would be even creepier. Yeah, this also sounds really bizarre and really intriguing. And they're in Las Vegas and she's, yeah, trying to find a cure for her disability. So yeah, this sounds really, really interesting as well. I haven't heard of this book either. I'm intrigued by it. So yeah, two books I'm really interested by. Let's see what else is in the book box. So we have The First Night. It says Soylent Night, a holy night. So this is like the funny bookmark, and then it says Christmas is people on the back here, and then you have like a feast, kind of a gross looking feast. So yeah, with some guy there. I'm not sure what this is referencing actually, but it's a pretty cool bookmark. We then have our usual Abominable Book Club bookmark, which has the QR code to scan, and you can see the spoiler card, but my phone doesn't have a QR scanner. And then we have the short story on the back. And I think, oh, there's just a couple things. Oh, we have a pin. We haven't had a pin in a little while, I don't think. Yeah, I really like these pins. We get these most months, and this one looks like it's going to be Krampus. So it's a little Krampus dude here. I love that Christmas film. So yeah, and then it's by that brand there. I really like the quality of these pins. They're really good quality. And then it looks like we have, we have some magnets as well. I thought they were stickers then, but actually they feel like magnets. I really like these. We have 2 ghosty magnets in this month's box, and they're holding up some books. So you have some little ghosty sheets with some books. I really like that. We don't often get pins plus other stuff, so that's really nice. I really like those. They're going to be going up on my fridge. We then have a signed book plate, and this will be for this author here, if it's going to show. So I will stick that inside the book. And we then have, if I can get it out, we have also a little note from that author, Kaya Krista, probably pronounce that. No, that's not even close probably to how you're supposed to pronounce it. But yeah, it's a little blurb about the book and the ideas behind the book. So I will read this through, or like talk about it in my review of the books, because like always I will read and review these books on this channel. So if you enjoy these book box unboxings or are interested in hearing some horror reviews, don't forget to subscribe. But I think that's everything in the box. Let me just rifle through the little stuffing bit. Yeah, that's everything in this month's box. I'm just going to open up my second-hand book, and then we will review everything that we received. Just grabbing my scissors. So yeah, really interesting books. Let's open this one up and see what we got. It feels really heavy, this book. Let's see what we have. Ooh. And get it. Oh, it's a Stephen King book. That's why it was so heavy. That's why it was so big. And it's the Tommyknockers. I've never read this one. So we have a book by Stephen King, and like I said, it's the Tommyknockers. If you don't go down to the woods today. So yeah, I've never read this one. It's a big chunky book. It actually doesn't look like it's been read, because the spine hasn't been cracked and the pages are really white. So oh, it's a nice big floppy one as well. I like the sound of that. So yeah, I've heard of Tommyknockers, but I've never read this one. I've read a few books by Stephen King, but we will see if I like this one. It says, everything is familiar, but everything has changed. Coming back to a little community is like walking into a nightmare for Jim Gardner, poet, drunk, potential suicide. It all looks the same, the house, the furniture, Jim's friend Bobby, his beagle, even the woods out at the back. But it was the woods where Bobby stumbles over the odd, the partly buried object, and felt a peculiar tingle as she brushed the soft earth away. Everything is familiar, but everything is about to change. So yeah, I don't know much about this book. Obviously it comes down to something creepy in a woods, so I'm definitely going to give it a go. Stephen King is sometimes a little bit hit or miss for me. I really like his ideas, but sometimes I can find his writing a little bit boring. I do generally prefer his short stories. I have a couple of his short story collections, and I prefer them over the bigger novels. having said that, I am really interested in reading some of these ones that I've heard a lot about but not read. So I've heard of Tommyknockers and things like Misery, Pet Sematary, those kinds of ones. Yeah, I really want to get around to reading those books. So yeah, this might be the one to start with. So yeah, hopefully I'll like it. It says, oh, it's a science fiction kind of book, this one. So we'll see how I go with it. Hopefully I'll enjoy it, but definitely an interesting one. I'm pleased I got this. Like I said, I've never read Tommyknockers. So yeah, I will definitely be getting around to this chunky book at some point. But really happy with this month. So to wrap up, I got like a sci-fi book from Stephen King. I got a desert horror apocalyptic kind of story, which involves cults and disability and holy pilgrimages and plants growing out of people. And then I have a short novella, which hopefully is going to be one of those books which has like creepy feelings. So like maybe like a creepy psychological one. Yeah, apocalyptic one, and a sci-fi book. So really good picks this month. I'm really happy with all of these books. I don't know which one I'm gonna try first. The Stephen King one will probably take a little while to get around to, but these two are both really intriguing. I'm probably going to read this one first because it's quite small and I reckon I could finish that in one sitting, and then I will get round to this one. But yeah, great books this month, really pleased with them. And then we got the two bookmarks as usual. We got a pin and magnets this month, which really pleased. I really like these little cute ghosties. They're going straight on my fridge. We got some gingerbread chocolate, which I love gingerbread. I love ginger flavoured anything, to be fair. And then our tea and chocolate and coffee selection. So that's everything we got in this month's box. Really pleased with everything. Really excited to get around to the books. Like I said, if you want to see more unboxings by this book box, then don't forget to subscribe. I will be reviewing the books. Let me know if you've heard of any of these books, because I haven't heard, well, I've heard of Tommyknockers, but the two other books I haven't heard about yet. I'm sure I'll see it popping up soon on Instagram. But yeah, really intrigued by them. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. I do have a lot of book reviews coming up. I've been reading as much as I can in December. Obviously is the Christmas season and I've been very busy at work and at home with my son. So yes, I do have some reviews to be posting, and then I will be catching up on a lot of my reading in January as well, because I've got a lot of horror books to read. But during like December this month, I've been actually kind of veering off and reading a few other things this month. I've been in the mood for like some romance and some fantasy, which normally I just stick to horror. But yeah, I'll be back on my horror reviews, will be uploaded in January probably. I have a lot to film and review, so look out for those. And yeah, let me guys know, what are you guys reading around the Christmas period? Do you reread stuff? Because I often reread some of my old favourites, like classics, or like the Harry Potter books, like books I grew up with and that are nostalgic for me. So yeah, what do you guys like to read around the holiday period? I'd be interested to know. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, and as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye guys.